All right, there's Corn Pop. I redid the sight in range. Last weekend we had a motocross race here at the Freedom Farms, and I rented a skid steer. Man, did we get a lot done. I redid this berm. I redid the berm over at the PRS long range as well, and that's pretty awesome. But I don't have my big target boards. My big target boards are over here. We're gonna move Corn Pop to the side.
You gonna tell me where Corn Pop at?
You better get your ass on, Hunky, while I still let you.
Pop, pop, pop.
I'm gonna put some target dots on here. Testing out some new loads for the 22 DPC. Let's check it out. Been working here all day, and I wasn't gonna shoot, but I changed my mind. We're gonna shoot. If you're a subscriber or watch my videos often, you'll notice something looks different here. That skid steer I got it with a brush cutter on the front and a bucket. I laid waste to all this shit. I cleared this out. It's pretty awesome. Very nice. I just got back from Fall Nationals at the National Muzzleloader Rifle Association Fall Shoot. Got there Monday. I shot Tuesday, and I shot Wednesday. And I left Thursday. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to get in the groove, so to speak. But man, I tell you what, I shot a target with a Ruger Old Army 45 caliber pistol. The match was 13 shots, limited time fire. And I shot a pretty good target. I'm not a morning person. I don't function well in the morning, but there you have to get up in the morning. Otherwise in the afternoon, the winds pick up. And so it is what it is. But to all you shooters out there, especially pistol shooters, move your backside whichever way you want your bullet to go. I shoot a pretty good target. I started going high as the sun came out. Conditions will always change. With overcast or sunshine, your point of aim changes. Chasing my shots, and I was high. I was down the wrong way. I kept going higher.
What the fuck?
I figured that out. So if you want your shot to go low, dial your back sight lower. If you want your shot to go left, dial your back sight left. Anyhow, I figured it out a little too late, but I shot a pretty good target. Probably get first place on that one. I shot the next day on Wednesday. One of the targets I shot was great. I dumped one in the 6. We'll see if it stands up. I think it was only 1X, but anyhow. It was a short week at Friendship, Indiana. I celebrated my birthday there, though, and my freedoms, and I can't ask for anything better. As soon as I got back, this 22 DPC has been bugging me, and I wanted to dial it in. There's a match here this coming weekend. I'm not sure I'll shoot it or not. As I've shot this round, I've noticed that maybe the middle ground road on bullet weight is the way to go. We'll see. The lighter ones show some promise. The heavy ones, at one point I had a really good load and it kind of fell apart. So I consider the middleweight loads as the 69s to 77s, so to speak, in the 80s. I have all kinds of different rounds loaded up today, and I got this really kind of odd one. It was on sale. Or Larry at Midway USA. If you don't have an account with him, the week before and the week after your birthday, he gives you a discount. And so these were super cheap. These were the 35 grain NXT or NTX Hornady. I loaded some of those up just because, I guess. Been shooting. I've been wanting to get this 22 DPC dialed in. So last night I loaded up 7 different bullets with this. We have a 70 grain Nosler RDF. We have an 85 grain Barnes match burner. We have a 77 grain Sierra tipped Match King. These things have been hard to find. They just came back out. I have a 69 grain Sierra Hollow Point boat toe, and I have an 80.5 grain Berger full bore. And for kicks and giggles, I have the 35 grain Hornady NTX. Look how little that guy is. I have some 90 grain Sierra Match Kings coming, and I have some 80 grain Sierra Match Kings coming. Kenny's been working on this too. As I've been working on his creation, he's been doing some work back in Arizona. He said 80 grainer Sierra Match Kings are the ticket. which we'll see. I got some, should be here the first of the week. I'm excited to shoot those. I'm excited to shoot these, see how these turn out. Like I said, we have all kinds of different stuff today. I have left over from my last match. I have some rounds I had with the 88 grain ELDMs with 28 grains CFE 223. Today we're shooting all CFE 223. The bullets are different. The charges are different. I'm gonna read this off here on the Nosler 70 grain RDF. The max to the jam was 2.195. I have these loaded at 2.17. I have 28.3 grains of CFE 223. The 85 grain Barnes match burner jam was 2.165. I have them loaded up at 2.14. And 28 grain CFE 223 Sierra 77 grain tipped match kings jam was 2.18. I have them loaded up at 2.155. 28.3 grain CFE 223. The 69 grain hollow point boat tail was 2.134. I have them loaded up at 2.11. 30 grain CFE 223. The 80.5 grain burger was 2.21 to the jam. I have them loaded up at 2.185. 28.3 grains to CFE 223. The NTX I have loaded up with 30.5 grains of CFE 223, cartridge overall length of 1.99. All right, first up we're going to shoot the Burger 80.5 grain full bore. Let's get to shooting. Top left I got a big targ dot. It's going to be my cider dot. All right, got all the oil and the cleaner burned out of there. We'll start into this test. First up is the Burger 80.5 grain full bore bullet. This is my first time shooting these out of this rifle, these 80.5 grain burgers. I just shot the 88 grain ELDMs. Not a great group. They showed so much promise early on, and they fell apart. 2933, 2921, 2908, 2885, 2916. On that we had average feet per second 2913, ES 48, SD 17. Next up on the list is the Nosler RDF 77 grain with 28.3 grains CFE 223. 2961, 2965. Could not track projectile. Could not track projectile. Come on now, man. Muzzle brakes fuck with this lab radar. Pretty decent little group though, going on down there. 2909. The next ones up are these Barnes 85 grain match burners. I don't really give a whole lot of credit to Barnes when it comes to accurate bullets. Sorry, my allergies are nuts again. I always shoot them with a muzzle loader, so I never really consider them as a precision bullet for precision shooting. They're little fatties though. These 85 grainers, the Ogive, Ogive is a lot different because they're stubbier. They're not as sleek as the say burgers or Noslers or some of these Hornadies. But who knows? May surprise us. They may shoot the best out of all of them. 2857, 2863, 2866, 2959. That's a weird one. Knocked my targ dot off. I have a Y. One on the left, one on the right, and then two stacked above each other. I'm going to shoot at the top center bullet hole. Not far off of it. 2863. Geez, ES 101, SD 43, average feet per second 2882. Terrible. Group it and awesome. Next up are these 77 grainer Sierra Match King tipped Match Kings. These have been hard to find. They just got back in stock. Old Larry Potterfield has them. Midway USA is awesome. They give me a birthday discount, but Powder Valley, They've been beating them on bullets and powder. Powdervalley.com. I'm not sponsored. I'm just telling you. I'm just passing that along to you. 77 grainers. Now the 77 grain hollow point boat tails the other day did pretty well for me. So I'll have to see how these. It's the same exact powder charge. Powder out of the same can. I'll have to compare these. See how they do. So this would be middle target dots on the right. 2909, 2933, 2947, 2941, 2939. And like the other day, that is the best group so far I've got going today. ES38, SD14, average 2934. Now let's see if my theory holds true that these lighter bullets do better out of this. Next up is the Nosler RDF 70 grainer. After that's the Sierra Match King hollow point boat tail 69 grainer. If I could get a good group at about 3,100 feet per second, good numbers, I'd be tickled pink. Ooh, 3125. I'm high left. See if this group's up. 3169. Looking pretty good so far. This may be my ticket, y'all. Great group going on. 3159. 3141. 3129. Best group going so far. ES43, SD19, average feet per second, 3145. Numbers aren't awesome, but I can play with that. Next up are these 69 grain Sierra Match Kings, hollow point boat tails. 3134, high left. 3120, almost on top of each other. Ooh, same hole, 3157. 3144, it's off to the right of the group. 3154, that was to the right with the fourth shot. ES37, SD15, average 3142. Last but not least are these little 35 grain Hornadies. For kicks and giggles, I figured why not try some of these. They were cheap, and if you're looking to make up a varmint round with this cartridge, this may be an option. 3418, malfunction, failure to feed. See if we jam up again. 3418, got a pretty good group going on. 2 holes touching. 3415, 3 holes touching. 3358, 3420, and the best group of the day, believe it or not. ES62, SD26, average 3406. Let's go down and take a look. I'll show you what the results were. All right, there were my cider rounds with those 88 grain ELDMs. First were the Burger full bores. Second were the 77 grain Nosler RDF. Third were the 85 grain Barnes match burners. Fourth was the 77 grain Sierra Tip Match King. Fifth was the 70 grain RDF, Nosler RDF. Sixth was the 69 grain Sierra hollow point boat tail. And last but not least was the Hornady 35 grain NTX bullet. Kenny's gracious enough to send me a new barrel for this thing. He's got a new combo. I have some new bullets coming. I have some 80 grain Sierra Match Kings, and I have some 90 grain Sierra Match Kings. So be sure to tune back in and check that out. As always, stay free, and thanks for tuning in.